Over the past few days, Jada Pinkett Smith has had a lot to say about her marriage to Will Smith, but pretty quickly it became clear that not everyone wanted to hear it, although we usually love the drama that celebrities provide us with their revelations. So why not this time? Jada and Will Smith have long been part of the illustrious group of happy Hollywood couples, until recently.
I am no longer with Will.
Are you talking to me?
Honey, I'm talking to whoever will listen.
Why?
Well, I explained it all in my new book.
So that's why you're basically waterboarding everyone with tea.
I was a drug dealer.
I didn't ask.
I mean, she's by no means the first celebrity who tells us private stuff. A lot of them have done it either in the form of books or, as of recent years, with their own documentary. Apparently, there's also one about Sylvester Stallone in the works, and with it, he'll join David Beckham, Selena Gomez, the Jonas Brothers, Taylor Swift, Lady Gaga, Beyonce, Demi Lovato, and Demi even has two. It's inspiring, it's emotional, and then they learn something about themselves. It's very American, no offense. It doesn't mean they're all bad or fake, or maybe they are, but some of them are just well done. Like Selena Gomez's documentary actually really touched me because what she said in it really hits home for a lot of people.
I have no idea what the fuck I'm doing. The pressure is just overwhelming. When am I gonna be good just by myself?
And you don't have to be rich or famous to get that. But with Jada, I just don't even feel close as, close. First and foremost, it was just too much at once.
Whatever's going on here, stop it immediately.
Although, just like with Jada, there is also more than enough coverage about Taylor Swift. Because Taylor was spotted at Travis Kelce's game. She was spotted leaving the game. She was spotted with his mom. They were spotted holding hands. And yes, Taylor does have her haters. But the public doesn't react nearly as aggressive.
Notice Taylor's eyes. Look at the thumbs up, folks. It's a love story, baby. Just say yeah.
This brings me to my second reason. Jada just doesn't seem likable. She seems arrogant and kind of like she thinks she's better than others. That is, of course, just my personal opinion, but that is exactly the point. It's just an opinion. It's a feeling whether we like someone and for how long. Because one too many honest statements can make the difference between being approachable and TMI. By the way, let's take another approach to remind you guys that you can like this video or subscribe to my channel at any given time. Just saying. Anyway, here are some examples where it did become too much. When Demi Lovato started to open up about her drug addiction and her self-image, she was praised for her courage, until at some point she became too open. And when she attacked a small frozen yogurt shop in LA because they offered sugar-free options, the shitstorm just kept on raging. She as a person became more important than the art she creates. And whenever she said something after that, people rolled their eyes thinking, what now? And then, of course, Prince Harry. He was the most popular. He once used to be the most beloved royal. He seemed approachable, he talked about his mental struggles, he missed his mother, everything was just... It's kind of difficult to say when exactly everything went downhill, but his book certainly didn't help. Interestingly enough, we haven't heard much from him or Meghan since, and with it, all these negative feelings kind of just ebbed away.
Right. Here comes an airplane.
At least I feel that way. And that is just it. Sometimes we just need a break to, well, not forget, but replace one scandal with another.
Let me start with question number one. What the hell were you thinking?
It's a virus, I get it, I respect it, but at the same time, even if everybody gets it, yeah, people are gonna die. It's just terrible, but inevitable?
I'm now being arrested and handcuffed?
Yep.
Do you know my name, sir?
Don't need to know.
You don't need to know my name?
Not quite yet.
You're about to find out who I am.
And I think after his Oscar slap, Will Smith tried exactly this strategy. After his public apology didn't work, which it almost never does, because it almost never is a real apology. Because all he wanted was defending his wife, of which he was already separated for several years, like Jada has now revealed. But she's the bad guy. In tons of comments, people write exactly that. Will is the victim. She destroyed him and his career. But she didn't make him slap Chris Rock. She did, however, dig it all up again. to sell a book. Although he was apparently on board with it and even praised her for the book. But at the same time, he also kind of milks this uncertainty.
I got something for you. Here's the thing. So, my opinion of the...
So yeah, there's that. But this is an important point that I think is often kind of overlooked whenever celebrities open up in some form. It often involves other people that didn't give any consent to it. Sure, some deserve it because they did them wrong. Take Britney Spears. Her upcoming memoir is one that people actually really look forward to because she's someone who has a unique story to tell. So of course, before the book is even published, we've already learned some, let's say, interesting things. Although we knew a lot of it, or at least suspected it. What was surprising was this. And look, it's of course terrible that she had to go through this. And yes, after the breakup, Justin wasn't exactly nice to Britney.
The world has long been full of Madonna wannabes, and I might have even dated a couple.
Waiting to have sex until after you've been married. Did you and she live up to this during your relationship?
Sure. Publicly, they'll claim to be virgins, but privately, he hid it.
But still, dumping all of this on him 20 years later still kind of feels shady, as relatable as it is. And yet, Britney didn't want to offend anyone. At least she said so before deleting her Instagram account because she was unhappy about the clickbait headlines the press apparently uses to cover her book. Since it's all in the past and she has moved on. And I mean, good for her. But what? That sounds a tiny bit contradicting. So it begs the question, should celebrities even show us who they really are? And if so, how often? Because it obviously doesn't take much for the audience to be fed up. But I still think their openness is in general a good thing. When celebrities talk about their private struggles, about their mental illnesses, miscarriages, sexual harassments, drug problems, whatever it is, they help to bring these taboo topics into mainstream discussions. So for the greater good, we sometimes have to endure or just tune out the Jadas of the celebrity world.